Yes, guys, welcome from me, Social Manager 0102. Another video, another save to analyse. This today is now going to be Chris Clark from Glasgow. Now, this is the first time I've analysed anything from Chris Clark. So, Chris is under no illusions that I'm going to be openly honest. You know me. Now, I've got to be honest, right? I started doing this a minute ago, and I just couldn't restore the saved game. It wouldn't let me. Little did I realise, probably my own fault, but little did I realise it was an update that he sent me. It wasn't, it's not an ODB. I was quite sure it was an ODB that he sent me, but it wasn't. I have managed to restore it, and I've seen who he is. That's as far as I've got. I ended up having to load my my update. Even though it says enable, I should still be able to fire the game up, which is all I want to do. Fire the game up. So, okay, so I don't quite know what sort of setup he's got, but clearly it's the update. There's no doubt about that. I'm just looking. So he's Man United, obviously. So has he got work permits on? Does he have work permits on the update? Because on the update, I take work permits off personally. Let's do this. Okay, so first things first, then, Chris. You've won a title for 3 years in a row as Manchester United. And it looks like you're at the start of season 4. So, good stuff there. Good stuff. 3 seasons in. Let's have a look what other things that you've done. Let's have a look at Premier... Fucking twat. League Cup. So, runners-up in the first 2 seasons. Winners last season. Nice. Shield. Don't give a shit about the Shield. The FA Cup. Winners, winners, winners. Europa League. Winners in season 1. The Champions League. Okay, now, truth be told, right, I'm going to be really honest here. I know how difficult the update is. The update is a bastard. It is an absolute bastard. Unless you are manipulating it somewhere. You fucking know what I'm getting at. Okay, without further ado, let's just go straight to... Oh, my God, mate, you're playing with... Nice, each their own. Okay, it's a Wibwob setup. And I do like this setup, if the truth be told. I do like... sort of the narrow formation, and it's almost close to sort of having the enforcers sort of set up with the 2 DMCs. So you can see, let's just take a look. Something very, very, very. This is a way to tell if the AI have Wibwob set up as well, right? You go to default, you go to 442, and that 442 would all be Wibwob by the AI if they had it as well, but they don't. So, Chris, you let me down. You let me down, Chris. You're exploiting the match engine. What was said to you about this? But nevertheless, okay, let's have a look at some of your lineups then. Okay, so, Oshimen up top. How much did you pay for him? 86 million. Mate, what is your... we've got to see what your currency inflation is, I think. We've got to see the currency inflation here. 58... I would say that's something like 2.5, 3 million maybe. 3 million, 2.5 maybe, give or take. Yeah, that's about right. God, that's a lot of money to spend. I mean, Kylian Mbappe. I mean, that's a fucking bargain. In all, oh, you've only just bought him, I see. That's an absolute bargain for Mbappe, to be fair. What cup have you? Oh, what was that? Super Cup or something like that. Oh, the Shield. Sorry, the Shield. Okay, you have friendlies. That's interesting. See who else you've got then in that line. I noticed you've got Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I think De Bruyne on the update is just absolutely fucking amazing. Oh, I see. I see. You've only just got him. His contract ended. Okay, get a good year out of him, I feel. Caminara, yeah, it's solid. 82 million part exchange. So he went... last season, we'll see who went to. We'll see who went in a minute. Declan Rice, 80 odd, yeah, 78 million. I knew that'd be about 80 odd million pounds for him. Ndika, I think he's a great player. Oh, Bosman, lovely there. I've never even heard of that goalkeeper, to be honest with you. But he is fucking insane, isn't he? Who the fuck is that? 100 grand. That is absolutely insane. That really is. So he starts at Ayr United. Okay. Great fucking spot. Max Aaron, that's like right back at Norwich, isn't it? Yeah, for 24, a lot of money. Estevo, nice. Oh, look at that. Where the fuck has he sprung from? Who the fuck is he? He must be a regen, surely. He's got to be. 18, 17, 16. Look at that. Dribbling 32. Okay, Casemiro. Yeah, he's getting on. You've got some good solid players in the reserves there. How much did you pay for? You got one of Bosman. Bruno Fernandes still going strong. Marcus Rashford still only 27. Danny Olmo. Got one a free transfer. Some solid players. Is that Ibrahimovic regen, isn't it? That's got to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic regen. Okay, so my first perspective. Firstly, have you got work permits on? And the only reason I'm asking that is because I don't know why it would tell me about work permits here. It could just be because I've obviously got a different X setup to what you have. That's why I had difficulty in restoring it. So that's my first question. My second question is, and it is each to their own. I'm not a fan of WibBob. It exploits the game, especially if you're not having AI. So, in all fairness, and if truth be told, right, if all fairness, I expect you to win exactly what you've been winning. That being said, even with the WibBob setup, it's still not easy on the update, because the update is a fucking bastard. Just quickly, Varane. I never understand, right, why, it's not just you that does this, why have a loan listed 32-year-old? Because, in my opinion, listing players for loan has got to be your youngsters, surely, to get some sort of first experience. I mean, that being said, and why have you got him loan listed, unless that's an accident, because he's clearly a key player for you last season. Let's just have a quick gander at some of the players that we might have missed. Nick Shaw has it. Oh, Lafont. What a fucking goalkeeper he is. Look at that. He played a big part last season, didn't he? It's a small squad, isn't it? It's a small squad. Let's have a quick gander at your reserves. Okay. Some solid players. Frank Kessie. Some solid youngsters coming in. I'm also intrigued, Chris. What's your objective now, Man United? Is it to carry on with Man United, or is it to move on? Let's have a look at what leagues you've got opened. Plenty leagues open. Brazil, England. It's all the main ones, isn't it? Yeah, which is great to see. The main ones and Scotland. I'm joking. Do you not fancy yourself going anywhere else, maybe? In fact, let's just have another look at something. Let's have a look at your motivating's gone up. Okay, good stuff. Let's look at your jobs. Oh, you're Scotland manager. So you're Scotland manager. So you took over Scotland. So they sacked Steve Clarke. They hired you. Okay, that's good to see. So that whether you took over roughly around, yeah, okay. So World Cup looking good for World Cup qualification. You are going to the World Cup. Yeah, it's an achievable group. I think Serbia and Romania will pose moderate threats, I think, but you've still got 3 games. You've all but done that, haven't you? And even if you were to have a disastrous end to the campaign, you'd probably still be your best second place team anyway. So great stuff. Let's have a look who you've got for your Scotland setup then. So same formation, same setup. Robertson's always going to be your main left back, isn't he? No doubt about that. Kieran Tierney. That's interesting. That's an interesting one, because I've picked up on this before in the update, that Kieran Tierney is a left back, natural left back, but and I see why you've done that. You've got to have Andrew Robertson. There's no doubt about that. But you probably thought, well, Kieran Tierney, I need to put him in somewhere, so you put him in at central defence. And I totally get that. I really do. You're not really overloaded with talent in Scotland. I remember this guy, Rory Wilson. I remember this game with my Salford challenge. Yeah, definitely remember that guy. Absolute fucking monster. Oh, I see, you're tracking him. You just lost out on him then, it looks like, on a Bosman. But yeah, I distinctly remember that guy. Callum McGregor, 32 years of age. Yeah, looking good then. Definitely looking good. So, yeah, the short and long then, Chris. I'm not happy at your formation. I'm impressed with your results, given that this is the update. I'm intrigued to know about the work permits. I'm intrigued to know about your currency inflation. Why Varane is loan listed. Why is Declan Rice unhappy? Right, okay. Let's just check your money quickly. How much money have you got to spend? Fuck me. £255 million. Okay, let's have a look if you've got any future transfers. Nope. So the window's going to close at the end of this year. Month, sorry. Right, so you're only looking at listed Sam. You must say you got 1,031 players on your shortlist, mate. Fuck me. Let's see how many of them are actually interested. 707 are interested. Fucking hell. You got some quality players. Looks like you've got some real quality players interested in you. You've got the money. But again, this falls back to what's the objective this season, Chris. You know, because you could quite easily go and buy free worldies, and I mean absolute worldies, given the fact that, well, the definition of worldie is that you can go and buy yourself 3 more. At least 2, shall I say, but probably 3. Nicolo Barella, strong central midfielder. Lot of money for someone who didn't have a great season into last season. 5 assists, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you've got to take a punt, I guess. And then obviously you've brought a few Bosmans. That's a great centre-half. Who the fuck is he? Alessandro Conti. Absolute fucking monster. Mate. So you've really worked on the resis, it appears. That, you know, you've really gone to town on that, which is impressive, which would indicate to me you're going to stay here, I would say, for the long haul. But what's the definition of the long haul? You know, what is the definition? Who knows? So, Chris, let us know any answers, any more feedback on, and anybody else that wants to add any more feedback on Chris's game. I'm sure Chris would more than welcome it, and I think Chris will welcome any constructive criticism, as long as you don't call him a cunt. And if you want anything doing on CM, do share it with me. Until next time from me, guys, take it easy.